even though they were cutting corners, it was like one of the, because there were like several proposals, like people bidding for the project, so different companies trying to bid for the project, and they picked like one of the more expensive ones. That's why it cost so much, like 330 million Hong Kong dollars. So for the Brits, that will be 33 million pounds. They picked one of the more expensive ones, and despite that, corners were cut. So I don't know if that's not corporate greed. I don't know what that is. 8 years ago, there still haven't been any arrests or criminal charges against any individual. I hope more justice is served in Hong Kong compared to Grenfell. I sure hope so. But I'm not optimistic. I mean, with Hong Kong, Hong Kong has always been a great place for corporations. That was how it was built, right? It was built to be the capitalist utopia. We are famously more capitalistic than America. So we've been aware of like collusion between corporations and the government, or just politicians in general, for ages. It's just whether that has directly affected everyday people's lives. So I'm not optimistic. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I'm not even jumping to like blaming the Chinese controlled government or anything. It's just Hong Kong has always been like this, and that's why we have the corruption office to prevent that. But it's hasn't changed. It hasn't been solved. And I guess wherever there's politics, there's always some sort of corruption. But that's, yeah. I also saw posts of residents of those buildings complaining about certain things. Like, I think last month or months ago, people were complaining about the decisions, the measures taken by the construction company, such as the foam, and also the fact that the construction workers were smoking against regulations. But no, that fell on deaf ears, and the local councillor specifically responded to that and not even dismissed. The local councillor condemned the concerns raised. Like, she condemned the people who were complaining about the project. Yeah, look where we are now. They're still investigating, so there's a shred of hope. Okay, good to know. 8 years. To be fair, these things can take forever. Yeah. But do you know, like, do we know what actually happened there? Was that, do we know for certain the cause, or is it even now, are they just saying, oh, we don't know for sure, we're just guessing, we're just investigating? Has anyone been? No, there haven't been any arrests. So in Hong Kong, there have been some arrests. They have arrested some management people in the construction companies. That's all I know. But I don't know how far it goes up to the top, because as I said, the collusion, right? Someone who cared more about making profit than safety of the residents. But you know what? That's just, that's classic corporate behavior, right? As a pessimist myself, I'm openly pessimistic. I never shy away from that. I just see things I just expect the worst things to happen. I always expect corporations to do the worst. So it all falls down to the regulators to actually enforce the regulations. Oh, what's happening? What is this? Oh, hello. Someone subscribed to. Hello, Hannah. Don't know if you're here, but if you're here, welcome. The joys of capitalism. Yeah. I do believe that humans are inherently selfish. Well, I've just been disproven, but in general, I think that humans are selfish. So if they can cut corners, they will cut corners. So it falls down to it's upon the regulators to actually do something about it. And well, as I said earlier, they tried to, but something went wrong. Either the check wasn't thorough enough, or they were corrupt. I don't know. And there's some other things that were not checked. For example, people were talking about a lot about smokers